and 13-year-old girl becomes pregnant. And during childbirth, doctors make a shocking discovery. The attending physician had never felt such outrage as when she saw a girl admitted to the 4th labor unit of the hospital. She was about 13 years old and was about to give birth. Carla Garcia, a young student, arrived at the emergency room, leaving everyone present stunned. Everyone was astonished to see a child giving birth. As if that weren't enough, with her was the man who had gotten her pregnant, a 21-year-old named Julio Miranda. It was a beautiful morning, and everyone greeted each other warmly while going about their activities. However, the hospital staff could never have imagined they were about to witness something surreal, something that would stay with them forever. "I need someone to help me. My wife is about to give birth soon," Julio shouted desperately. "I can't take it anymore. Help me," Carla said, on the verge of fainting and clutching her partner's arm. The doctors were in a frenzy. That day, the emergency room was packed with patients, their families, and visitors. Various noises and voices filled the hallway. Suddenly, the cries of the 13-year-old girl captured the attention of everyone present, who was stunned. Some opened their eyes as if they had just woken up and wanted to see more, while others showed their astonishment by causing things to fall to the ground. They had never imagined they would witness something like this. Immediately, everyone noticed that the man accompanying the girl was significantly older than her, and when they heard him claim to be her partner, people began exchanging looks and murmuring among themselves in disbelief. "Please help me. I can't take it anymore," the girl shouted, her urgent cry drawing the immediate attention of those around her. The doctor in charge, he quickly moved into action and urgently requested that the girl be taken to the 2nd floor immediately, fearing they might lose her. The determined nurse approached the secretary and asked her to call the on-duty pediatrician and have him come to the emergency room. The pediatrician arrived promptly in response to the emergency call, but was stunned upon realizing that the girl was underage and about to give birth with a significantly older partner. "Please help her. I beg you, doctor, attend to my companion. She's in unbearable pain and is about to give birth." "Help me," said the man, sighing and wiping away the tears streaming down his face. The youngest, in great pain, pleaded desperately, "Please help me, help me." Doctors and nurses quickly sprang into action, and soon a wheelchair was brought in. The young girl was taken to her room, where a nurse dressed her in a hospital gown. Examinations were performed, and monitors were placed on her abdomen to monitor the heartbeat and contractions. "Wait here. I don't understand this situation. You'll need to provide us with a lot of explanations, young man," the doctor said bitterly, seeing that he wanted to enter the delivery room, a space reserved for doctors and nurses only. Julius began to speak loudly, pleading for help. As people around him began to recover from their shock, anger started to take over, and soon they began insulting the future father. Emotions were running high, and a wave of anger swept through the hospital. "You're a terrible man. How could you do this to that innocent girl? Let's call the police and have him arrested," shouted everyone present, expressing their outrage. Meanwhile, in the room where the girl was, the doctors continued to discuss what they had witnessed, still shaken by the painful scene. They began to voice their opinions loudly when suddenly the most experienced doctor interrupted and said, "Colleagues, the situation is very sad, but right now we need to focus on helping the poor girl. Her condition could be critical. Things are getting worse. Instead of arguing with opinions, we need to act quickly." The senior doctor's words made the obstetricians and pediatricians reflect. They began checking all the equipment to ensure it was functioning properly and ready for use and notifications. "Please, God, I trust in you. Help my partner take care of Carla and my son," Julio cried out loudly. The man was so focused on his prayers to God that he did not hear the judgments of those around him. Meanwhile, Carla was extremely frightened and said, "Where is the father of my child? He is my husband. Please, doctor, let my husband in so he can stay here with me," she pleaded through tears. The young girl looked pale and exhausted from the labor pains, but kept looking towards the door of the delivery room, hoping her partner would come in. The contractions were getting stronger. "Doctor, I can't take it anymore. My stomach hurts so much. Please help me," Carla said, distressed. "Calm down, we'll give you something to relieve the pain, but you need to relax, otherwise we can't help you. Calm down, trust me," the doctor said, trying to soothe her. Despite the doctor's efforts, Carla could not calm down after hearing all the insults directed at her partner, which made her even more anxious. The on-duty doctor. The doctor in charge of attending to the girl was outraged. In his 25 years of experience as a pediatrician, he had never encountered anything like this. A girl of only 13 years old in such a condition. A nurse approached the doctor and said, "Doctor, the girl is very anxious. We need to let in the man who is the girl's father. His presence will help calm her." "It is not appropriate for him to come in here," the doctor responded angrily. Outside, the scene was chaotic, and the crowd prevented Julio from leaving. However, the doctor went to get the police, who were heading to remove the alleged criminal. The crowd shouted, holding Julio tightly, as it was clear to them that he had exploited the minor, and they feared he might escape justice. "Please, everyone, stop causing a scene. What matters now is that the girl is okay and missing her partner," said the doctor. Hearing this, the crowd released Julio, who quickly entered the room where his partner was. "My love, I'm here with you," he said, rushing to the girl's bedside. Julio took Carla's hand and kissed it. Seeing Carla, Julio's face was filled with concern as the girl could barely speak due to the increasingly severe contractions that left her speechless. The doctor, deeply upset by what was happening to the young girl, prepared to proceed with his professional duties. "It's time, Carla," he said. "You need to be strong. It's time to give birth," the doctor said. "Doctor, I'm scared, but I'm ready. Please don't let anything happen to me," the girl replied. "Everything will be all right, trust me. Your baby will be fine," the doctor reassured, empathizing with the girl's distress. Suddenly, the doctor froze in the middle of the physical examination. Fear was evident on his face. "You seem to have just discovered something terrifying," one of the nurses said, immediately calling her colleague, another pediatrician she trusted. "What's wrong, Doc?" "Don't worry, we need to help the baby," the doctor said. The medical team quickly arrived and continued to assist the girl, focusing on the delivery. "We need to help this little one. All right, Carla, when I say 1, 2, 3, push with all your might. Do you agree?" the doctor instructed. The girl gripped Julius's hands tightly, her body writhing in pain as contractions intensified. Fear and desperation filled the delivery room. "It seems this little one doesn't want to come out. I'm going to need your help. Keep going," the doctor urged. "Take a deep breath, Carla, and count to 3. Push again," the doctor said. "We're almost there," another treating physician added. The doctor remained focused on her task while the others watched in silence, following her lead. "Doctor, no matter how hard the young woman pushes, I can't see the baby's head. Let me check again. I felt the head and neck, but now the shoulders need to come out. All right, press one last time. Let's go." The girl began to scream loudly, her cries echoing throughout the hospital. At that moment, the baby's first cries were heard. "It's a boy, congratulations," the doctor announced. The doctor thanked his colleague and breathed a sigh of relief. Then he showed the baby to the couple, leaving them speechless at the sight of their beautiful child. Carla was exhausted from the effort of childbirth, while Julio couldn't stop crying from the emotion. The doctor who delivered the baby asked the couple what they planned to name him. "We're going to name him Robin," said the doctor. The doctor proceeded to clean the baby, put on a fresh diaper, and clear his airways. The pediatrician also noted that the newborn had a good weight and size. After so much anxiety, the baby was finally handed to the parents. The team of doctors and nurses celebrated Carla's successful delivery. The couple was overjoyed and emotional with their baby in their arms. However, the parents' celebration was short-lived. "I'm sorry to inform you, but we suspect this might be a police matter," the doctor said. "That is, it is practically not permitted for an adult to be with a minor, and it is our duty to. As professionals, it's our duty to report this to the authorities," said a doctor, asking Julio to leave the room while watching him. "You're making a mistake. Don't worry, my love. I promise everything will be all right, and we'll be together soon," Julius said sadly as he headed for the door. Carla began to cry, but Julius tried to comfort her, assuring her that everything would be fine. Once Julio left the room, chaos erupted in the hospital. Everyone seemed ready to confront him, and security guards joined the crowd to intervene. They were preparing to take Julio away for further investigation. Suddenly, a terrible scream from an unfamiliar woman cut through the noise. "Stop it now!" Her voice commanded instant silence. "Excuse me, who are you?" asked the security guard, clearly surprised. "Don't get involved or you'll hurt yourself too. Just move along," the woman responded. "I'm Carla's mother." When the crowd realized she was Carla's mother, they began shouting, "How can you call yourself a mother? Didn't you see that man took advantage of your daughter?" Hearing the commotion, the doctor quickly decided to intervene. "Please calm down," he said to the crowd. "I need to speak with Carla's mother." The doctor then instructed the officers that he needed to speak with the woman alone. The doctor and Carla's mother went to the office to avoid interruptions. "I'm the doctor who delivered your daughter, Carla," he began. "I need to clarify something about what happened with that man. I was taking care of my daughter when I noticed something surprising while examining her. Although she appears to be a teenager, her body resembles that of a mature woman." The doctor said this. The mother listened calmly and showed no surprise. "Look, doctor," she said, "it seems that my daughter's face looks like. The girl appears to be around 12 or 13 years old, but in reality she is a grown woman. I was very worried when I was told that my daughter has a hormone issue affecting her growth. I don't recall the name of the hormone, but it prevents her from aging." The doctor continued thinking, took out her phone, and found the name of the hormone. It seemed like a light bulb went off in her mind. "Now I understand. Carla looked younger, but when I examined her, I realized she has the body of an older girl with the private parts of an adult woman." "So Julio is innocent," the doctor exclaimed. "Yes, doctor, I told the police the same thing, but they didn't listen," said Carla's mother. "They are the same age and care deeply for each other," she added. The doctor and Carla's mother went out into the hospital corridors to address the people, upset about what had happened to Carla. "Ladies and gentlemen, please listen. Carla, the supposed minor admitted to this hospital, is actually a 21-year-old woman," said the doctor. The crowd began to murmur and then fell silent. "Carla has a growth hormone disorder, which leads to various growth-related health issues. As a result of her condition, Carla appears to be a 13-year-old girl, even though she is actually an adult. So, ladies and gentlemen, this man named Julio is innocent. As a doctor, I have examined the minor and know why I say this. Leave him alone so he can be with his family," explained the doctor. Everyone felt embarrassed, and the doctor was deeply ashamed. He approached Julio and apologized for the misunderstanding. While Julio listened to this, people lined up to offer their apologies, and Julio held no grudges. He accepted the apologies graciously. The next day, the outpouring of gifts for the newborn was so overwhelming that they didn't know where to put them all. So, Julio and Carla went home together with all the gifts, forming a beautiful family. This story became very famous worldwide and was widely discussed on social media. Share your thoughts about this heartwarming story in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss the next stories. See you in the next video.